Good Monday evening. Several years ago, the California Department of Justice, led by then Attorney General Kamala Harris, opened a civil investigation into the Bakersfield Police Department. It came about due to complaints of excessive use of force and other issues. Today, DOJ and BPD announced coming to an agreement on how to move forward with guidelines and policies set by the DOJ to help BPD improve its relationship with the Bakersfield community.
The DOJ says that BPD's conduct could have resulted in unreasonable use of force, stops, searches, and seizures. And even though BPD denies these allegations, they say they want to work collaboratively with the DOJ to strengthen their relationships in the community. Corrective actions are part of a 5-year plan to correct the police department's actions and try to gain the community's trust.
We do not agree with the findings and the conclusions made by the Department of Justice. But what today was about was coming to an agreement without any finding of fault to really look forward, to find a path forward and allow us to demonstrate that we're a model agency, that we're professional, that we're accountable, transparent, and connected to our community. We cannot fulfill our public safety responsibilities without the support of the community. And so we know that trust building and partnerships are very important, and we're going to continue to working to build those.
The investigation that Chief Greg Terry with BPD is referring to was initially launched in 2016 after multiple complaints and media investigations into BPD conduct, including the death of Francisco Serna, a 73-year-old man with dementia who was shot by Bakersfield police who thought he had a gun, but it was later determined that it was a crucifix.
And the efforts for reform here in Bakersfield come not only as Kern County is seeing a rise in lethal use of force by law enforcement, but the state and the nation as well. We took a deeper look at a recent study from the Washington Post that shows that the number of officer-involved shootings has been increasing since 2015. According to that study, police shootings have taken place in every state and have occurred more frequently in cities where populations are concentrated. States with the highest rates of shootings are New Mexico, Alaska, and Oklahoma. The study showing that California has had an average of 25 officer-involved shootings per million people within the state. Overall, the state has seen 960 shootings since 2015. The Post study saying police nationwide have shot and killed nearly 1,000 people every year since 2015 when this study began.
California Attorney General Rob Bonta says the investigation revealed that BPD failed to adequately enforce the law.
The community spoke out about a number of practices, including concerns around excessive force and other serious misconduct. When communities speak out about injustice, it's our job as leaders not just listen, we must take action to correct it. The Bakersfield Police Department will revise use of force policies and principles and strengthen training, including a focus on de-escalation and other best practices prohibiting the use of tasers on handcuffed individuals and children, requiring employees to avoid restraining a subject face down whenever possible, and clearly defining what qualifies as an imminent threat, justifying lethal force in a manner consistent with California law.
There is a whole list of far-ranging guidelines, also including policies around the use of force, including focusing on de-escalation. Other changes include analyzing data from the Racial and Identity Profiling Act, developing community engagement plans, providing crisis intervention training to dispatchers, and more. Chief Terry says he is not worried that the recommendations outlined would be rejected by police officers, make it difficult to recruit officers, or that the policies would put law enforcement lives in danger. There are many policy changes outlined in the agreement, and you can find a full list of that at our website at turnto23.com. Coming up at 6, we have more on what the BPD is already doing to conform to the agreement. Live in downtown Bakersfield, Maitili Gubbi, 23 ABC, connecting you.
Now it goes down, man. This is a really long story, but I put the link down if you want to read it all. Just a few things to discuss. I mean, the Department of Justice goes in, they did a 4-year study here, and they found that they feel there were some things that need to change in this police department. But they said they found that the police department violated the constitutional rights of its residents. The state Justice Department found this. What is the Justice Department not a part of the blue line? Come on, if the Justice Department found this, something's got to be wrong. Am I right here, or I don't get it? Because you think they'd stand shoulder to shoulder, right? But no, they found something wrong. But what got me was when they said, we're going to include the ban of the use of electronic control weapons such as tasers on handcuffed individuals. You have to actually have the Justice Department tell you to ban that? Hey, don't be tasing handcuffed people. All right, we'll ban that. That should have been banned up here from the start. When you become a cop, you should know you don't tase a handcuffed person. And the last thing I want to touch upon is this police chief. The state Justice Department came in and tells the police chief, it has been found that your police department has violated constitutional rights of your residents. He doesn't go, you know what? We're going to change. I am going to turn this place inside out. We're going to bring the officers up to speed. I'm going to ensure blah, 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 blah. No, he says that we believe the state's concerns are unfounded. We think they're lying on us. But we'll do it because I don't want to litigate the past. I want to reassure my future. No, you'll do it because the state of California has told you to do it. Ain't nothing about we don't want to litigate the past. No, you need to do it because you were told to do it. Chief, why can't law enforcement officers just admit, you know what, I screwed up. Snafu. I'm going to start over. They can never, ever, 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 ever claim responsibility or liability. Do they teach that in the police academy? Deny everything. Can never take responsibility. Greg Terry, the State Justice Department of California, found fault with your police department. Your police department. Stop saying, well, we don't agree with it. It's unfounded, but we'll do it. No, you'll do it because you were ordered to by a judge. What do you all think? You let me know in the comment section below.